What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome to my Crystal Palace Survival. Here we are now, into November, so we've got the, who are we playing? Aston Villa game, there you go, I couldn't remember it right there. Aston Villa game, and if I lose this game, I will be getting sacked. So, set the scene, we played our 3 games against Swansea, Fulham and Norwich. We lost against Swansea, pretty much outplayed there. Against Fulham, we played a lot better. And we managed to actually score 2 goals in the process. Okay, we let him fall, but we scored 2 and we played pretty well. We only had 3 shots on target, but we did take the lead. Then Darren Bent scored 2 for Fulham, before Berbatov had another, before he quickly scored after the Berbatov goal. So, it's 3-2. The game was still pretty open. We could still score. We could still get the draw, which would be a great result. But then, nope, Damien Duff scored in the 80th minute when we were going for it, and sadly, we lost 4-2. Butner had a terrible game. Defensively, we had a poor game, and normally, defensively, we do quite sound, so it was an annoying game. And then, in the latest one, we faced Norwich, and we got sent off, a man sent off in the 8th minute. Mariappa, the ex-Reading player, coming to the team, after I dropped him from the first game. In the first game, he just wasn't playing up to my standards, so I dropped him. And then I decided to put him back in. I thought, he's sat on the bench long enough. I'll give him his go now. And then, nope, got himself sent off in the 8th minute from a challenge from behind, which was really stupid, really poor. And then, it was inevitable we were going to lose at that point. And once they scored, it was just going to start tumbling down. So, really, really poor. I had to speak to my board after the Norwich game. See if I can actually, find out where it was. So there's the Villa scout report. There is the accepts he's fine. So it's actually here. There, board meeting, request to discuss your confidence. I blame the team, and I still blame the team. Sort of is the coward's way out, and that's pretty much what the board reply was for that. This is the coward's way out. You should be doing a lot better. And I admit I probably should, but I didn't want to admit that. So after a while I said, you know what, alright, because they give you an option, they give you a few different options you can say. At the start with, it was a lot of options. I said, the team just go out and had a bad performance. I didn't single out that performance, because I didn't feel like, because I had the option to say, the last performance, you're overreacting from our performance, because it's not the whole performance against Norwich, it's been the whole season we played poorly. So, I chose my words. I said, there's only a certain amount I can do if the players go out there and play poorly. I can't really help that. And again, they turned that down. They said, no, you're basically chatting shit. We know this is your fault. We know you have to have some responsibility on this. After twice saying it was the players, they twice said pretty much, no, this is your responsibility as well. They may play badly, but that reflects upon you. And so, in the end, I just thought, what, fine, give me next game. You can sack me after if I have one more bad game. And so everything lies on this Villa match. I've already selected the team. I've already advanced forward. I just got to confirm and select a number. So the team we're going to play with is Speroni in goal, Hunt, Delaney, Boomsong, Parr, Zednik, Williams, Ruidiro, can't really pronounce that. What's his first name? Adlin, we'll call him then, I guess. This guy's come in. He's played very well for us, since coming in. Sadly, he was injured at the start of the season. That may have made a little bit of a difference. Kebe, Dobby's up front for a Shamak injury, and Jerome Thomas, is on the right. So I've been a natural left-sided player. I shoved him out there. He hasn't played all season long. I thought, well, since everyone else is pretty much failing me, you may as well come in and give me a game. And so this is the team we're going at, counter and balance, like we did against Cardiff, so hopefully we can pick up a point. Of course, attacking force for Villa is pretty good. I think the whole Villa team is pretty sound, solid team for a mid-table Premiership team, so for them to be struggling in relegation zone like they did last season, I'm quite surprised. They have singled out Benteke, which of course I would expect as their main force. So, I actually wanted to do something, so I'm going to say calmly, show everyone what you can do. No one really said anything. A couple of nodded in agreement, seemed deep in thought. So let me see if I can get some passion. Any sort of reaction into the lads? I doubt I will be. Alright, but we're going to the team, opposition instruction, and we'll just tell the assistant to do this for us, yeah, there you go. And we'll start this game, because this is the biggest game, of this series, because if I lose this, I'm sacked. And I think even if I win this, it'd only be about a game or two, and I'll probably get the sack again. So, I haven't exactly done anything great with this one. Something I will say though is if I do get sacked in this series, don't worry, there will be something else coming in to replace it. It'll probably be Manchester United. I'll just try and do a season with them following Fergie. I'll probably call it. I'll have to put some thought into this because, you know, it looked for a while that I'd be getting sacked from Palace. These will only be these are only like sort of short series. I don't really want to be doing a too long of a series. I may actually not do United. I may pick another team, but you know, these will be like season long series. Whilst I'm getting some backup recordings for my Welsh series, as I will be starting with Aberystwyth. Decided to change the team up. So I will be starting a series with them, but I want to get about 3-4 episodes pre-recorded, maybe even a season head start on you guys. So that way I can upload and record at the same time and not feel like I've not got anything there for you to watch. So this series will only be going on for a little while, so that was only the plan anyway. So if we get sacked here, it's not really the worst thing in the world. But still, I don't really want to be failing this challenge already. So, this could be our first real chance here. Dobby out to Kebe to Thomas. Oh my god. He's just hit it straight at Guzan. What? And, there we go, 1-0 down. Okoro. We've dropped down to 20th. That should have been a goal. We had one opportunity, and that's all you need in the Premier League to get a difference between a win and a draw, and a defeat and a draw. You know, get that goal, find that back of the net, and you will get some sort of reward out of the game. And Thomas has just done the hardest thing, which I think is give it straight to the keeper. You know, such a small target percentage of the goal to aim at. It'll be difficult maybe to get another position again, but Thomas is away through. Hopefully he can make up for this now if he can beat Okoro, which he can't. Therefore, Javier Garcia. That's a very good player. Very good capture for Villa, actually. Here, Thomas now. Hopefully he can do something with this. Nope. Back to Hunt. Williams. Kebe. Parr out wide now. Whips this one in. Dobby. It was right there. Parr, Williams. Hopefully he can find a net. Nope. Knew he was going to go for the shot though. Luna. El Amadi. And there we go. So apparently Kebe is making a lot of mistakes. I need to actually change that screen. Something I noticed with the beta is I'll put Palace as maybe the home team, and I'll select their player ratings. If I'm away, I'll have to switch to them, which is kind of annoying. Hopefully they will fix that, because I don't want to have to keep changing the ratings that I see in the middle of the screen every time it's simulating to the next highlight. But here's Weimann now, easily beat them there, and Benteke just lost that one home. Easily beat Hunt. Too easily, in fact, you know, just wandered past him. Quite literally, just wandered past him. He stuck out the challenge, he made it easy. And of course, once you find Benteke in the 6-yard box, if he misses, you really start raising question marks about him. And that is just poor. Benteke really could, and that went out for a corner. Oh, I think this pretty much my job is gone here. You know, we're not really offering much going forward. If he can get it out to the right, you know, the ball was out right earlier on. Now they've got to take their time building it up. That's very poor for a left back to be caught out of position like that. And, you know, fortunate to get it clear here. And again, we get it cleared, but not enough, and Speroni ends up getting hold of it, and hopefully he can get it clear. There we go. I mean, this screen here, I was talking about a second ago, I have to select Palace ratings, which is kind of annoying. Of all games, you know, to miss a sitter in the first couple of minutes and then kick ourselves later on for missing that, it has to be this one. Tonev, Benteke. Too easy. It's just too easy for them to be getting chances right now, and do I dare? You know what, I dare to go attacking, because, you know, this is my job at the line now. I don't really care. Hopefully, maybe we can see a difference if we go out there and just throw caution to the wind. Easily dispossessed by Lawton there, Kebe. El Amadi, Luna out wide, spreading the play nicely, Villa. They're really stretching out defence. You know, they've got men left over on the left and right. You know, Xavi Garcia, Delph, Tonev, Lowton, that left back. Who is it? Parr is just being tore apart. Doesn't know who to mark, who to go to, who to shut down and who to stand by. It's just making a mockery of the defence. Benteke picking up the ball. Great challenge. Maybe we'll get a counter-attack here just before half-time. Kebe, if he can find the ball in. which he does. Sadly, it doesn't find a Palace head. And this could be goal number 3 for Villa. Nope, manages to survive that. And this is bad. I'm going to just go aggressive at them. I expect to see more. You know, it may be a little too late, you know, even if we try and mount a comeback. But we can try. That's all we can do. We can try and just get something out of the game. Or maybe a point still won't be enough to do my job. Live to fight another day. But, you know, there definitely have been poor performances here. Thomas should have scored. Speroni's not having an amazing game. Kebe's making mistakes. Every game there is 2 to 3 players making a mistake, you know, and that's, at the end of the day, that's going to cost you results, because more chance than not, they're going to be defenders making mistakes, and then, of course, the mistakes are going to lead to goals, and I thought that was a man sent off there, you know, just to add to the problem. Might as well make a few subs then. Bring on Marc Gonzalez, who's actually an only left-sided player. Might as well bring on Kevin Phillips, you know. I doubt he could do any worse. I doubt a 40-year-old striker can do any worse than the rest of the strike force at this club, because Chamakh just can't score. He's got amazing stats, just can't find the net consistently enough anyway. He's found the net a few times, but not enough. You know, Dobby is not exactly an amazing player. What was the other guy's name? Other guy's name slipped my mind. But he wanted to leave. I didn't play him for the first 3-4 games. He said he wanted to leave the club, which is quite shocking, considering it's only been a few games, and now Kevin Phillips is what it's resulted to. And 3-0, Villa just, again, too easy down the wing. They just run down the byline way too easily. Get the ball across the box, and it's just an easy tap-in for anyone then. You know, Benteke had 2 guys there. Hunt, for some reason, can't get to that ball. Has to block twice. And then, just, of course, it's an open goal then for El Amadi. Too easy for every team this season. We've been too easy. Going forward, we've not offered nothing. Kevin Phillips hits the post, unlucky there. That's our first shot. Does it count as a shot on target? I don't know. Delaney, Boom Song. I doubt centre back will whip this one in. Hopefully this guy can. No? Free kick, we've got a set piece. Not really done anything with our set pieces all season long though, so again, I doubt. There you go. Didn't even get a highlight out of that set piece. Tonev, sorry. Weimann, Benteke, 4, nope. Well, it's not 4, but, you know, if this is a team around us and we're losing 3-0, clearly I can't manage this team. Clearly I'm not good enough to get these guys out of it. There you go, just point this highlight there. Jerome Thomas offside. You know, this is just ticking away now. It's like waiting for the inevitable, which is you will get sacked. It's almost like waiting for a club to get relegated when you're 3-0 down, you know. At this point, you might as well just brush your hands and be like, job done. I admit I made a few mistakes, and that's it, I will leave. But overall, I think the club, the squad, has got very poor players. I'm not saying it's impossible for these lot to survive, because a different tactical approach, and definitely I think this is achievable. But the quality of players are low. The quality of players that are available, it's low. You've not got many people available for great Premier League standard. You know, I think the best signing you could get was Marc Gonzalez. Pretty good signing. Doesn't really make a difference. You just go over to there. Might as well just do that. I mean, 3-0 down. We're not only going to fight back in 15 minutes with 10 men remaining. I mean, our best player has been Jack Hunt, and he's been tore a new one at right back. So whatever that means, you know, how that reflects on the rest of the side. Marc Gonzalez over that. I mean, that's not exactly a difficult way to get it on, difficult position to get a shot on target, but for this Palace team, it is. Apparently, maybe I just don't train them correctly, something like that. Benteke, way too easy, beats 2 defenders. Maybe I should have strengthened on different areas of the squad. I don't know. I definitely made some mistakes somewhere along the way, and it's probably been tactically. As well as signing-wise, probably should have strengthened on the defence, because a sound defence is always important. Although, you know, ratings-wise, they've played pretty good, but goal difference-wise, we're up shit street. You know, 2 minutes, 1 minute remaining of this Palace series, and time is a ticking. Probably end up getting this other series started today. Oh, God. Oh, Javier Garcia, come on, just end them, just blow the whistle, ref, you know, what more's gonna come? Another goal, oh, what a big surprise. There we go. Villa take a vital win. It won't be a vital win at the end of the season, definitely. I'm not happy with the result. You guys probably don't give a shit though, because you will have a different manager come the Monday probably. Insecure jobs are Arsenal, they're down there. And there we go, we have been sacked. Just another guy has been sacked. Boss unwilling to experiment. I did experiment. I experimented a couple times. In the sack race, though, they reckon Southampton manager Arsene Wenger and Malky Mackay are most likely to get there. Also take over Alex McLeish, Neil Warnock, Dave Jones. Probably Alex McLeish will probably take this job in the end. But yeah, unwilling to experiment. I think that's a joke with the squad that's there. They have a lot of good defensive midfielders. Yes, I'm not going to play. I don't want to play two defensive midfielders because then, you know, I don't really feel midfield-wise we'd offer ourselves enough cover. Maybe should have gone with a flat 5, just completely outnumbered the midfield, but then I feel going forward we'd offer nothing, you know. We're just pretty much saying to the other team, come at us and attack because we're here to sit back and defend. Never won a league game. I think I'm still waiting for that achievement on Steam to win a league game. So, this will be the end of the series, guys. Sadly, it only lasted 3 games. I will be taking over another team. What team that may be, I don't know. Like I said, Man United are currently the one that I'm thinking of, but that will obviously may change. I may go a foreign team. I have a feeling of going foreign. But yeah, this will be it, guys. Until next time, whatever series that may be, whether that is the Welsh series or whether that is the whatever series I've got coming up next. Until then, peace out.